Hello everybody, start joining. Those who will watch this live stream as the recording and thinking it's too long, you just don't watch everything. From time to time, skip a little bit.
Не, я говорю про это. Именно не про, знаешь, про что? Про вот это вот носик. Хотела. А вот это вот именно вот здесь. В принципе, носик я обычно считаю. А то это не
Hello everybody, good morning, good day, good evening, or good night. Well, for me and for my family, this is an evening. Good evening. Keep joining and we will start. We will start pretty soon. Lodgy Beats. Whoa, arrived just in time to watch this episode. Greetings to all, and of course you and your family. We are now in Pereslavl-Zalessky, the small town of Pereslavl-Zalessky. I will now get to the place from where I'm gonna start. This is, by the way, the administration of Pereslavl-Zalessky. They are in this building. Well, we are now going through the historical city center of Pereslavl-Zalessky, and unfortunately a part of Moscow Yaroslavl interstate, the interstate from Moscow to Yaroslavl goes right through the city. And this is Saturday night. You see how many traffic is here. Whoa, that's a lot of traffic. Hi, Dan. This is Summer garden. There's summer garden. Yeah, no mosques here anymore. The mosques are not a must anymore in Russia. At the same time, unfortunately, now more and more frequently I hear about a possible second wave of pandemic. Now this is the school. Just a regular school in Pereslavl-Zalessky. And another school in front of it. Okay, 27th of June 2020. My name is Sergey Baklikov. Together with me, my family, Albina Baklikova, my wife, and Victoria Baklikova, my daughter. Okay, let's go this way. We are now in the small town of Pereslavl-Zalessky. This is already the second town out of 8 towns. 8 towns of so-called golden ring of Russia. This is really like a circle, like a ring of an ancient Russian cities around Moscow, where all the true Russian history. Yesterday we started with Sergiyev Posad, and we drove another 70 kilometers. And we came to Pereslavl-Zalessky. We started from Moscow at first, made 52 kilometers from the northern border of Moscow and came to Sergiyev Posad. Yesterday we filmed in Sergiyev Posad, today we film here in Pereslavl-Zalessky, which is another 70 kilometers from Sergiyev Posad. So in total, from Moscow, this is already 140 kilometers. And that's on the way to Yaroslavl. Yaroslavl is a big city. So Sergiyev Posad, Pereslavl-Zalessky, and also Rostov the Great, they are three towns between Moscow and Yaroslavl. And Pereslavl-Zalessky, it is exactly in between of Moscow and Yaroslavl. This is really interesting, you know. And I'm gonna start from here, from the border of the historical town of Pereslavl-Zalessky. And now let me here explain what it is all about. Look, I'm staying here next to the river, which is called Trubesh. I'm not sure what it means, but it's the river Trubesh. You know, this river separates the historical city center of Pereslavl-Zalessky, where I am now located, and the new center, which is there. And look, the city was founded in 1152, just 5 years after Moscow. Moscow was founded in 1147. And look, as Moscow, as this town, Pereslavl-Zalessky, was founded by Yuri Dolgorukiy, Yuri Long-Handed. And you know, during our trip, for the last like 10 days, you saw a lot of so-called Kremlins, the fortresses, mostly the fortresses of 16th century. In the 16th century, they were making the Kremlins with such a huge, thick and big walls, you know, made of stone. But in 12th century, in 1152, they yet were not making such a Kremlins yet. So what they were making is an earthworks, so-called earthworks. Look at this. And here it is still staying. It's interesting that a big part of an earthworks still saved here. Now we can see this. What they were making, such a wooden constructions, and those wooden constructions, they falling with an earth. I mean, with the ground, and that's how they were making some kind of walls. Also, they were installing the fences and the watchtowers. That was the kind of defense of this city. You watch my channel?
I do.
Big time, big time. Are you Dan?
Sorry?
Are you Dan? You Dan? You was writing me like some minutes ago? Okay. Okay. There was just another Dan who said that I'm from Pereslavl-Zalessky, you know?
Oh, really? No, I'm definitely not from Paris.
So, you're not from Pereslavl.
Obviously.
So you're also a tourist, right?
Yeah, you can say that.
Got it. Is this your first time in this city?
No, it's my third time. I live in Moscow. So
Got it.
my girlfriend's family lives here. So
Your girlfriend's parents. Got it. Your in-laws.
my in-laws, the outlaws.
Yeah, got it. So how do you enjoy Pereslavl-Zalessky?
It's a nice small town. It has a lot of historical sites and interesting churches and things like that. So that's a cool place, I would say.
Good.
Yeah.
It's really nice to meet you here.
Yeah, nice to see you. Anyway, good luck with the
Not,
videos.
thank you so much.
All right.
Not too many subscribers from Russia I have, you know.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Canada, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, have a good one.
Good. So I just met the subscriber of my channel. Good. So let's start exploring. We are on the border. If you will look on the map, you better now go to Google Maps and you will see that all the old historical city center, there is still this earthworks, such an earth barrier, the barrier made of ground. And look, a big part of it is still saved here. That was an early prototype of the Kremlin, you know, earthworks. Look at this. And now we actually will go through the earthworks. Back in those days, in 12th century, it was even bigger than it is now. Look, and it goes all along the Trubezh River. Вот смотри, раньше так делали, вот такие земляные валы, как укрепления. То есть если в 16 веке в основном делали кремли уже, да, и все стеной закрывали, то здесь, получается, такие деревянные конструкции, которые потом засыпали землей, делали лишь забор, потом смотровую вышку. So yes, these earthworks was even higher back in those days. Now we have a great chance to go through this. And earthworks, now it's maybe like 8 meters, but it was up to 15. So it's like twice. You see, we are actually now on the level of the second floor of the building which is staying not far from here. It goes along Trubezh River and it goes to the Lake Plesheyevo. A huge lake. Not as huge as Lake Ladogov, but still.
То есть вот эта гора искусственна, да?
Yeah, so this is not a hill where we go. It is not natural hill. It is human-made earthworks. And this is for the first time I see, I'm in the city and I'm in the historical city center like this, where I see not a Kremlin as the defense barrier on the border of this city, but as human-made earthworks, like here, like human-made hill. You see there's Trubesh River. Look, these earthworks went for on a distance of 2.5 kilometers, and by the standards of those days, it was kind of huge. Yes, it was a huge city, a huge town back in those days. Yuri Dolgorukiy, Yuri Long-Handed, wanted Pereslavl-Zalessky to be the capital of the northeastern part of ancient Russia. And look, now here we see the oldest cathedral, or to say the church in the city, the oldest, which is founded also in 1952. It is made of the white stone, limestone, and that's why we are lucky that it is still here. And look, that's the city where in 1220 Alexander Nevsky, Prince Alexander Nevsky, Prince of Novgorod, was born. About a month ago, I was making the video about Holy Trinity Alexander Nevsky Lover in St. Petersburg, and I told you that actually he is the savior of Russia. He won the battle on Neva River, and he was born here, near, not far from this cathedral. It's Transfiguration Cathedral, and he was baptized here. So the great Alexander Nevsky was born and baptized here. Many tourists. So you see, the hill goes all that way, 2.5 kilometers. Even now it seems impressive, you know, considering this is a handmade, I mean human-made. So we will not go through the whole earthworks, but you've got an idea, right? So for an understanding of how this city constructed, that's why I started from here. First off, you need to understand the general idea. I prefer, when I tell the story, I prefer to go from like the general understanding and then go to details, okay? So here, besides these earthworks, there also was the fence, wooden fence, and watchtowers. Now, no fence, no watchtowers, but this earthworks is still here. Now, Transfiguration Cathedral or Transfiguration Church, founded in the same year when the city was founded, 1952. Meanwhile, super chat message from Comrade Ronald, MAGA 2020. CA from NJ, 9:15 a.m. here in California, United States. No fake, no BS, dudes. Thank you all. Let's keep walking. Yeah, we are. Look, it's really quality work, you know, because still now, already for like 850 years, this cathedral is staying here, which is just amazing. Well, probably renovated maybe a couple times, but still the basement is the same. So here is even the memorial boards. Transfiguration Cathedral, actually it is a cathedral, not just a church. and constructed for 5 years, since 1152 to 1157, protected by the government. The door. And another memorial boards here near the cathedral. At the 30th of May 1220 was born a great Russian prince, Alexander Yaroslavl Nevsky. Yaroslavl, it's patronymic. It means the son of Yaroslav Nevsky. And look, this is what is in Pereslavl-Zalessky called the Red Square. Yes, it doesn't look like the Red Square in Moscow, but you know, the red, krasny, in Old Russian language, the red actually means like beautiful. Well, it's beautiful. It's just a green lawn next to the ensemble of the cathedrals here. There's 3 more cathedrals there. And here is now the monument to Alexander Nevsky. Alexander Nevsky. Alexander Nevsky, 1220, 1263. Alexander Nevsky, he got his nickname after he won the battle on Neva River. And let's look at the Transfiguration Cathedral once again. Big time. Pereslavl-Zalessky. It's a small, quiet town, except that part of the city where an interstate from Moscow to Yaroslavl goes through. But in all the rest, it's a small town, it's a very green town. Thirty-seven thousand people live here. The historical neighborhood. 2-floor wooden barracks. Maybe nobody even live here already. Seems like this is an abandoned and waiting for to be demolished. Now this is another ensemble of the churches. All churches are an Orthodox Christian churches. But actually here also on the territory of Pereslavl-Zalessky, here is 5 monasteries, and 4 of them are active, and 1 turns into the museum. It's awesome. 850 years history. If you love it, don't forget about likes. Victoria, say hi once again.
Hi. Enjoying this trip.
So when you will get back to school, you can say that I learned the history of Russia not by the books, but just in real. Look, I'm making my first Golden Ring tour at 36. You're making this at 12, which is pretty great. So we now got back to Sovetskaya, the Soviet street. The street which is called Sovetskaya. And this is exactly that street through which the interstate Moscow-Yaroslavl goes. And we are right in between of Moscow and Yaroslavl. We are about 140 kilometers from Moscow and about 140 kilometers from Yaroslavl. Tomorrow, by the way, we'll go to already the 3rd city, town of Golden Ring, which is called Rostov-Veliki, Rostov the Great. Don't mess it up with Rostov-on-Don. These are 2 absolutely different cities and geographically located in different parts. Rostov the Great is the city in Yaroslavl region. And look, this is a very unique museum. The Museum of Irons. I mean, the ones you're ironing your clothes with. There's so many different kinds of irons. Whoa. I mean, now it's closed, but I saw this from another videos that I watched when I was getting ready for this live stream. Edward Turner, thank you big time. And we now will go to St. Nicholas Convent. St. Nicholas Convent, what means monastery, but where it's only the women. And look, that's the museum of how to say slide things. The museum of slide things. different interesting tools. For example, the tool which help you to get the bone out of cherry and stuff like that. Different really old tools to make your life easier. So that's why it's called the Museum of Sly Things or Snacky Things. We are enjoying the time. The weather is great. We are so lucky. We are so lucky so far that only one day was rainy. It was when we were to All Russia Exhibition Center within High in Moscow. Only at that day, 2 days ago, it was rain there. Albinочка, Albina. Valeria Martinez, big time, thank you. %10 of super chat goes to Victoria. All the rest goes to development of the channel. 10% goes because she's saving up for a new phone. And look, that is a new building, business center. It's mostly for an offices, but I like how they did it, how they are designed it. They designed it the way that it is never goes like too much out of the main historical concept of the historical city center. You know, back then, this city was considered like a really big, you know, like those earthworks goes for 2.5 kilometers. Well, it is now, it's not that much, but back then it was like, I mean, 12th century, you know, so it was like big. But now it's not that big. We are still in the borders of that earthworks. Well, another abandoned building, but maybe this is the monument to architecture. The monument to architecture, and that's why for now they are conserved and thinking what to do with this. You see, there's also the earthworks still going here. But relatively, it's not big. It's not big at all. Not big city center or town center. The original window frames, wooden window frames, which is great. The earthworks still goes. So this is the border of the historical town center. Where's the stores? Believe me, here is enough of stores. But this historical town center is more like a preserve. Look. Even the cows there. Nice wooden house. Unfortunately with a plastic windows, but nice carves. Let me know if this, how to say, this live stream quality is okay. Because today, when by day I was checking the place, I was preparing, I was making the calculations, I was making the speed tests, and unfortunately in some places the connection seemed to be low. How it is now? Quality okay. That's good. Now we will turn to Mira Street, where Mir, it's Russian for, or it's the world, but also it may mean peace. Depends on the context. So now we'll turn to just a quiet street. And that's how is the most of Pereslavl-Zalessky. It's not like there on the street, Sovietskaya, the Soviet street, where goes the part of interstate from Moscow to Yaroslavl. I'm not sure why they still don't have the bypass. The bypass route. Look what a huge gardens people in the small towns and villages has. This garden is more than enough to feed yourself for a whole year. The birch, truly Russian tree. We are now go to Saint Nicholas Convent. Convent, it's a monastery, but for women only. Look, just maybe 200 meters from the road, and it's pretty quiet. That's how all Pereslavl-Zalessky have to be. Sooner or later, I believe that they have to construct the roads, the interstates, bypassing the city. Kamaz. Paul Ashbold, thanks. Great living good, great commentary and unique perspective. Thank you. Doing my best. I remember that closer to the lake, the connection was getting worse. I hope it's not that worse. It's not as worth as will now interrupt the picture that much. You know, some of you telling me that it would be good if during my live streams I also would interview people, the local people, but I don't know. Usually it's not as easy to do as it may seem, because live stream goes live, it goes as it is, and maybe it's not the best idea to attack people right away, like trying to explain who you are and right away talk to them. And also not a fact that all of them will turn to be like an interesting storytellers, because you know, if the person is local, it doesn't mean that he is good in history. Unfortunately, like many people don't care about the history, and that sucks. I think that living in places like this, you're gonna be interested in a history, even if you don't want something like some kind of hidden power have to make you to learn the history. Big time. So now we're coming to the convent. I hope it still opens. The security guard today told me that it will be closed at 8, maybe 8:30. Well, there's 15 minutes to go. I hope they are not closed yet, or at least will close for us. I will say that I'm filming the movie. I will not say that I'm a blogger, because and older people in a small towns not completely understand yet what does blogger means. So I came to St. Nicholas Convent, women-only monastery. I don't know, Google translated 2 words like women monastery in Russian to English with only 1 word, convent. So I guess convent in English means, yeah, like it's women monastery, right? Okay, it's opened, still opened, and this is pretty good. Pretty good. And look, there's a guest house. So if you will want to come here, check guest house Nikolin Park, like Nicholas Park on booking. They are on booking. Wow, look at this bellery. Here is a little pond. Wow, look at that bellery in a reflection of the pond. Смотри, как классно выглядит отражение. Еще я так понял, что специально подобрали. It seems like they are the size of this pond was made by intention. Look, it is exactly. I mean, the cross, the upper part of bellery, finishing right at the edge of pond. Look, and this monastery or convent is only 1 out of 5 here. 5 really big objects. Unfortunately, I will not be able to show all of them today. But you can check more information online. I already told you in my previous videos of this road trip series that actually you have to follow for like an idea, like two formats. You have to choose what you're making. You goes into details or you're giving a general imagination. So with this trip, I think that it's better to try to give you a general imagination about what is this or that place is about, and then you will decide for yourself. You will yourself decide if you want to go into learning about this place more or less. Okay, I think it makes sense. So this is an active convent, Saint Nicholas Convent. You know, the people who lived and, how to say, served here for all of their life, they bury them right here. At least the leaders. Can't wait. Russia is awesome. Can't wait to get back here. Welcome back anytime, Paul. The weather is just amazing today. 26 degrees Celsius. So the graves of the leaders, of the heads, the most significant people of this convent, they are buried right here, as I told you. Saint Nicholas Convent. Pereslavl-Zalessky. And you know, right now there goes the service. The service here goes all the time. I hear the chorus of women singing now in the central, in the main object of this convent, in Saint Nicholas Cathedral. Here it is. St. Nicholas Cathedral. We'll show more of it yet. Unfortunately, this location seems like half abandoned, or maybe getting ready for reconstruction. I think so, because there is a trend for the last years for renovating, reconstructing, and completely restoring all of such the most significant objects. And this is Pereslavl-Zalessky, founded in 1152. 850 years of history. Nevsky was born here. It was founded with Yuri Dolgorukiy, the same guy who founded Moscow. Saint Nicholas, miracle maker. Николай Чудотворец. Боря заходить. Well, as soon as I've got inside, the LTE connection is gone. But you saw how beautiful is there. Even staying just next to the door, you saw how beautiful it is. And, the women there singing live. Wow, so quietly. It's so chilling, so relaxing, big time. Look at this once again, Saint Nicholas, miracle maker. Well, I'm not sure how to say right. Well, but like Чудотворец, it's like miracle creator, miracle maker. Что насел там? Well, the main place here, you can check it out. St. Nicholas Convent, Pereslavl-Zalessky. Buzz, amazing church, correct. the Celtic Alpine Gene Switzerland. Thank you. Now I'm really excited to be here. You know, it's like really touching the real.
Осторожно, как на лепешку не наступить.
Mm-hmm.
Что-то ты вниз берешь. Низко.
Pereslavl-Zalessky. Wow, look. Это Россия. Россия. Россия, величие, мощь. Russia, greatness and power. Over 1,000 years history.
Мы же откуда-то оттуда пришли, нет?
Да, сейчас пойдем по другой улице. По Гагарина. This is Gagarin Street, Yuri Gagarin. Well, Yuri Gagarin praised everywhere, and same like everywhere now in Russian towns and cities, you can meet Lenin Street or Karl Marx Street. You can also meet Yuri Gagarin Street. Наберись там в навигаторе смотровая площадка возле Плещеева острова. Now we'll try to get to the observation platform of Lake Plещеево. The thing is, Pereslavl-Zalessky is located not far from, like right next to Plещееvo Lake. And by the way, I forgot to tell you another pretty important fact about Pereslavl-Zalessky. The thing is, it is known not only for Alexander Nevsky, who was born and baptized here, but also here, for some time lived Peter the Great, when he was young, and exactly here he used to construct on Lake Plещеево his first boats, and there's the museum where they have one of the boats Peter the Great himself personally was making. Whoa, I almost missed this fact.
Вика, отходим, там машина впереди. Вика, машина.
А у тебя есть нормально Google, а не 2GIS? Oh yeah, about cleanliness.
Вот какую тут...
As you can see, here in Pereslavl-Zalessky it's clean too. Because I remember how some people told me like, oh yeah, of course the streets in St. Petersburg and in Moscow are clean. But for the last 10 days I have visited already like 9 cities, and everywhere it's mostly clean. Well, I mean, of course, if you will try hard, you will find dirty places. But you really need to work hard on it. Yeah, I think in Russia we have a whole plast of people. I mean, the whole category of people who definitely prefer better to live in small towns like this. The only thing that you need to be financially kind of independent in order to have a really quiet life in a small towns, or to be lucky to have a job, a good job right in the town, or to work hard on your own households, on your garden and stuff like that.
Вот смотри, где мы. Это мы, да?
Ну,
А вон точка.
мы сейчас поедем туда. Ну, ты, главное, нашла, да, вот она, Плещеевская улица.
Ну,
Вот сюда проложи маршрут. И мы сейчас к машине идем. Look, the Soviet VAZ-2101 car, the tractor, Lada 99. And everything is in one yard. We now got back to the Sovietskaya улица, the Soviet street, because there's where the car, our car, we rented again from Avis located. We pay for the car about $30 per night, I mean per day. It's including full insurance coverage, full coverage insurance. I could not get the full coverage insurance, and it would be like $20. But come on. I think it's better to pay for a full coverage. Than not. And we are getting back. We are now entering again to the very center, the historical center. In the very beginning of the video, I told you that it was founded with at first starting making the earthworks. Look, such earthworks. It's not just a hill; it's a human-made hill. If in 16th century they were making the Kremlins, they were making a huge wall made of bricks, made of stone, then here they were making such a wooden constructions, and then they were cover them with the grounds. So it was like the prototype of 12th century, a prototype of Kremlin. Викачка. Викачка. Викачка моя. Now we'll drive to the Lake Plesheyevo Lake. Here is something like townhouse, and we parked the car here.
Ты мне камеру дал?
Да. I'm giving my camera to Albina. Так, а ты мне в свою очередь дай этот навигатор. Окей.
Ну, пересядь, папе, сзади папу.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Сейчас налево, да?
Направо.
А, направо.
Okay, seems like the traffic is gone. I went through 2 cities already and went only through 150 kilometers. It seems like one full tank of fuel will be enough to make the whole Golden Ring. And actually I'm gonna pay like maybe 30-35 bucks for all the trip, which is great. I mean, in terms of petrol. We are now driving inside of the historical town center. turning to the Sovetskaya Street. This is a part of interstate from Moscow to Yaroslavl. This is the bridge over the Trubezh River, and it flows into the Pleshevo Lake. Show the river. Кажи. Waiting for an arrow to turn to the left. Green arrow. Okay, come on, come on. Чуть ниже дорога съедается. No good. Что здесь? Непонятно, что.
А, это я к дому, нам дальше ехать.
Зачем к дому? Там есть прям конкретно.
Не нашла я конкретное место. Может, тут оставляют еще машину. Вон, смотри, люди. Ну да, тут и есть, наверное, смотровая. Машин, видишь, сколько? Все нормально.
Так, сейчас можно выходить пока.
Оставишь мне ключи, воды попью и выйду. Догоню тебя.
Телефон не забудь свой. Yeah, like seems like there was the place where signal, LTE signal was not that good, but now it must be better here. I came to the open space. This is Lake Plesheev. The beach. Okay, here we are. Paul Ashbold, if possible, could you comment on the real estate prices when you're in these places, Sergey? You mean to buy the real estate here? You know, dudes, in order to find out the prices, you just can go to avito.ru website. There, it's the most popular website for the ads, including real estate. There you can find. Maybe it's not the camera out of focus, but the quality of a picture in your browser lowered down. Yeah, or maybe my connection is poor, because here it seems like I'm far from antenna. Well, it's not like Lake Ladoga. I can see another shore, but it's, however, huge. It's huge. So exactly on this lake, Peter the Great was making his first boats. And as I told you, here is the museum where you can find one of those boats, which is called Fortuna, Fortune. I wonder if the connection and the quality of picture is better now.
Куда ты все пристал?
Что вы делаете? Пошли на пляжик. Let's go to the beach. The depth of the lake goes up to minus 25 meters, but near the shore it's not that deep. For this reason, this lake is pretty good for yachting, for surfing. Почему бы нет? Наверное, вода быстро прогревается, мне кажется. Здесь быстро прогревается. Никак уже не уберешь. Ладно, идемте. They definitely have a fish here. And here is a kind of fish which is pretty seldom, and even in a list of red book, like pretty seldom fishes. And that fish, I forgot the name of this fish, but that fish even on the coat of arms of the city, on a flag of the city, you can check it out. Yeah. Все нормально. Many people came to relax on the embankment of the lake. They leave the cars just all along the shoreline. Rostov the Great is going to be next tomorrow. Прям забей. the big hotel.
Сейчас я тебе дам, забьешь. Держи. Расстегнуться надо. Хорошо не прорвалось.
О, так.
На.
Ти-ти-ти-ри. Ти-ти-ри-ти-ти-ри. Где Google Maps?
Что ты понял, пап?
А, вот, подожди. И ты видишь, чем сейчас занят?
Вишневая семерка, неоновые фары.
Маршрут построен. Через 200 метров поверните налево.
Давай полностью выше.
Маршрут перестроен.
Красивое место, да?
Beautiful, quiet town.
Поверните налево.
Ой, что-то камера съехала.
Через 200 метров поверните направо, а затем поверните направо. Поверните направо, а затем поверните направо.
We got back to the Soviet street. Что там?
Давай, давай.
Через 600 метров поверните налево, затем поверните налево.
Вика, бутылку. Что значит? Я тебя снимаю.
Поверните налево, затем
Well,
поверните
switching the speeds, the transmission.
Вы приехали.
Проехал, да?
Я знаю, там надо.
Хочешь развернуться, да?
Нет, я хочу там показать на местечко.
А.
You see, there's one more place. I told you 5 monasteries here. And there's another whole Kremlin. Look at that.
Опять сеть пропала. Там, наверное, качество сжимает, да, YouTube сейчас? А когда крутится вот, означает, что идет?
Ну, что уже тупить начинает. Означает.
Ну, значит, не судьба тебе.
Вон, смотри, люди столкнулись.
Где? О. Эх, какая красота.
Где? Это пипец.
Вот
Сзади
сейчас
сидела,
нормально.
прям вот так в бок прилетела.
Вика.
Вот. Dudes, look at this. Another just an awesome place in Pereslavl-Zalessky. But still, it's only the second place that I can show you today. The first was Saint Nicholas Convent. Then this one, it's Nikitsky Monastery. And there's three even more, like a Trinity place, Trinity Monastery, Fedorovsky Monastery. So if you will come here, you really will need like at least 2 days to explore it all. Nikitsky Monastery. How do you like it? Постарайся держать. And now we go to the hotel. Normal.
Связь пошла.
Чуть ниже. Look, the border of this city.
На, выходя, машину закрою. Держи карточку. Я машину закрою. Вик, выходи тоже.
Okay, dudes, can you still see the image? Can you see me? Can you see me now? Fare. Okay. So I came to the hotel, which is called Victoria Plaza. Victoria Plaza. And look, today on Saturday, here is sold out. Sold out. I know that there is no free rooms in this hotel, and this is good. Look, it means that people want to know the history of Russia. Everybody who came to Pereslavl-Zalessky definitely like more like learning the history. And parking is also almost full.
Сегодня, кстати, сказал последний номер.
Yes, we actually like booked almost last room for 40 bucks. 40 bucks in this hotel, including parking, including breakfast. This is already turned to like the tradition showing the hotel rooms, okay? Restaurant, hotel, Victoria Plaza, 3 stars.
Вы как папа?
Я сам могу.
Wi-Fi надо, может?
Я и включил Wi-Fi.
А, ты включил?
Я не знаю, что-то... Okay, seems like connection recovered. Now I'm on Wi-Fi of the hotel. Can you see the picture? Let me know if you can see the picture. Mm-hmm.
Я тебе ключ дала.
So here we are, our room, 3 beds. This is considered as the room for 3 people. 3 beds, 1 small bed, 2 bigger beds. Well, actually, you can get up to 5 people here. TV screen, air conditioner. The shower room. And this is 40 bucks for all 3 of us. Breakfast included. Oh, let's look at the window. What is there? The sunset. So here we are. Here we are, dudes. Another day coming to an end. Another town in this trip, Pereslavl-Zalessky. Let me tell you, this was the second town out of 8 towns of so-called Golden Ring of Russia. These are truly old, truly Russian towns nearby Moscow. Sergiyev Posad was yesterday. Today, Pereslavl-Zalessky. Tomorrow, Rostov the Great. Then Yaroslavl. After Yaroslavl, Kostroma. Then Suzdal and Vladimir. After Vladimir, we will get back to Moscow. And that's how we will make really like a ring, the circle, the loop. If you will look at the map now, you will see that from Moscow we go mostly like up to the north by the interstate Moscow-Yaroslavl. And there between Yaroslavl and Moscow and Yaroslavl, there goes Sergiyev Posad, Pereslavl-Zalessky, Rostov the Great, then will be Yaroslavl. Then we will go more like east, and it will be Kostroma, and then go down to Ivanovo. I forgot, yes, Ivanovo, the town of Ivanovo, Suzdal, Vladimir, and that's how we will get back to Moscow. It seems like 1 tank of fuel will be enough to make this trip. You know, recently, like 150 kilometers, I drove from Moscow in the frames of Golden Ring of Russia tour, and already 2 cities are done. Tomorrow there's going to be also like only 60 kilometers, and we are already in Rostov the Great. Dudes, thank you for watching. This is pretty great that we can continue this real Russian trip 2020. This is the second stage. In the first stage, there was mostly like Volga trip, because all of those cities turned to be located on the banks of Volga River: Samara, Ulyanovsk, Sviazhsk, Kazan, Cheboksary, Nizhny Novgorod, and then we finished with Moscow. Well, Moscow is not really on Volga, but Moskva River is actually connected with Volga. And then we have started now already the second stage. It's Golden Ring of Russia trip. Valeria Martinez, thank you very much, bravo. Thanks for super sticker. And yeah, here let me tell you that your super chats helps a lot. Same as your contributions on the page to contribute this trip, realrussiablog.com/golden ring. You can find the link in the description to this video. So actually, I can say that definitely we are making this trip together, all together. Thank you. It's really nice to travel all the cities and share it with you, make the live streams. The next connection, the next stream is tomorrow. Wait us from the Rostov the Great, Rostov Veliky. Великий in Russian, it's Russian for the great. And don't mess it with Rostov-on-Don. These are absolutely different cities, towns, and located in absolutely different parts, okay, parts of Russia. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Have a great Saturday.
Goodbye. Huge time. Thank you
Huge
for
time,
huge
big time, big time. Bye.